Hi, I'm Jack, and I made this short video because I want to share kind of a weird story. It's about how I went from lasting only 10 seconds in bed and being so bad at sex my girlfriend cheated on me, to lasting over 30 minutes in bed, giving women multiple intense orgasms, finding and keeping the girl of my dreams, and getting more sex than I've ever had in my life. And I did it in a very unique way. I did it without using any expensive pills, any delay creams, special condoms, cock pumps, or weird sex techniques like the stop-start method, trying to distract myself, or traditional PC muscle tricks. What I used was unlike anything else I'd seen. Nothing like what you read in magazines, online, or what you get from trying to copy porn stars. Now, I almost didn't make this video. In this short video, I share parts of my private life that frankly, I'm embarrassed about. But I know a lot of guys want to know how to last longer in bed, stop premature ejaculation, and give women more satisfaction in bed, so that's why I went ahead and made it anyway. Chances are though, because some of what I share is so personal, I won't be keeping this video online for long. In fact, I'll probably take it down by the end of the day. So if you want to hear the secret I discovered for lasting over 30 minutes in bed and giving women addictive sexual pleasure, watch this video right now completely to the end, because I'm going to reveal to you exactly step by step how I went from being timid, scared to have sex, and a total failure in bed, to having wild, passionate nights of fun-filled sex, giving my lover the most intense orgasm she's ever had, and getting responses like, "Wow, that was the best sex of my life." All without me being rich, tall, good looking, naturally confident around women, or having a huge you-know-what. Okay, so here's how I did it. Before I discovered this secret, I was hanging out in a bar with a close friend of mine when he broke some news that would change the direction of my life forever. He told me my girlfriend had cheated on me. Yet again, a girl I cared about was not happy being with me and was treating me like dirt. But what made this moment special was that it was the last straw. Now for you, your situation may be different. Perhaps you're still in a relationship, but you've got a strong feeling that your wife or girlfriend isn't satisfied in bed and may even be secretly thinking of looking elsewhere for sexual satisfaction. This, by the way, happens more often than you may think. According to multiple studies, the #1 reason for relationships ending is infidelity. In other words, having your lover cheat on you and sleep with another man to get the sexual satisfaction she wants. Alternatively, you may be single and wanting to discover the secret to lasting long in bed so you can make the next girl you sleep with addicted to having sex with you. Either way, you'll relate to this story. What happened to me was my lasting less than a minute in bed and regularly failing to satisfy my partner drove her to sleep with another man. So I got determined to fix my problem. I've been in this situation too often where I knew I wasn't satisfying my partner sexually, and so I made a commitment to myself to change that. I began trying all sorts of solutions to help me last longer in bed. I tried special condoms with cream in that numbs the penis. I tried weird sex techniques. I spent thousands of dollars on books and training programs that promised to change everything. I even tried some stuff I'm too embarrassed to mention here, but none of it really worked. Some stuff kind of helped, but I made no real meaningful breakthroughs. At one point, I almost gave up. I felt like I'd tried everything, and I started thinking things like, it must just be me, maybe there's something wrong with me, maybe I'm too sensitive down there, or maybe I was just born this way. But just before I was about to give up, I had a realization that changed my life. And I really want you to get this, because what I discovered is that not being able to last long in bed and experiencing premature ejaculation is not your fault. Let me explain. See, us men are naturally wired to orgasm quickly during sex. It's actually in our genes. It's instinctive for us to ejaculate quickly as soon as we start having sex. And here's why. It all relates back to our ancestry and our natural biology. See, back in the caveman days, sex for men had one purpose: to impregnate the woman we had sex with so we could pass on our genes and continue our species. That was it. Now, think for a second how a caveman could maximize his chances of achieving his goal of impregnating his sexual partner. The answer is by him ejaculating as quickly as possible during sex. The quicker he orgasmed, the more likely he was to impregnate his partner, because if he took too long, an animal might come along and try and eat him, another member of the tribe might try and fight him for his woman, or something else could happen that would interrupt him before sex was finished. So if he orgasmed quickly, he was much more likely to achieve the goal of impregnation. So speed in the caveman days was essential. And over time and since then, this characteristic to orgasm quickly has become ingrained in our physiology and psychology as a species. Well, since the caveman times, our culture has obviously moved on, but a lot of our caveman hardwiring still exists in us. And here's why this is a problem, and here's why you not lasting long in bed is not your fault. In today's world, sex has another purpose. Most of the time, we do it to have fun and to satisfy the woman we're with. That's what we consciously want. The problem is that our subconscious minds and bodies are still hardwired with our caveman characteristics. Our inner caveman, so to speak, wants us to orgasm quickly, and so without us even realizing, this part of us does things during sex to make us orgasm quickly. So here's what I discovered, and this here changed everything for me. After making this realization I'm about to share with you, I suddenly began lasting over 30 minutes in bed. I started giving the woman I slept with intense orgasm after intense orgasm every time I had sex, and I soon after attracted and was easily able to keep happy the girl of my dreams. Here's what I realized. I had to stop acting how my inner caveman wanted me to act during sex. I had to start taking control of what I was doing during sex, and I began doing the opposite of what my instincts were telling me to do during sex. This was a huge breakthrough for me. And soon after I made this breakthrough, I started developing special tricks and techniques to confuse and delay my body's caveman instinct and desire to orgasm. I discovered small changes I could make to the way I had sex to help me last a whole lot longer. I figured out unique sex positions and special angles for common sex positions, which completely ended my desire to orgasm quickly. And I discovered many surprising methods to desensitize my penis naturally, so I no longer felt an immediate need to ejaculate and instead could last for 30, 45 or even 60 or more minutes while thrusting hard and fast and giving my lover orgasms over and over again. Just by making a few simple changes to the way I was having sex, I was able to go from lasting only 10 seconds to lasting 30 minutes or more, and I was able to give women the best sex they've ever had. And let me tell you, when you can last long in bed, something truly amazing happens. Research carried out by Brown University shows that women take on average 15 minutes to reach orgasm during foreplay and sex. And my personal experience tells me exactly the same. When you can last 15 minutes or longer, that's when a woman will really start to enjoy sex and experience intense orgasms. And when you last over 30 minutes, then you start giving women multiple orgasms during sex, at which point sex with you is so pleasurable that it becomes addictive to her, and how she looks at you will never be the same. Okay, so we've already covered that to last long in bed, you need to begin taking control of your actions during sex, become aware of your arousal levels, and do the opposite of what your inner caveman wants you to do. Hang with me, because right now I want to share with you the 4 keys to extreme stamina in bed. Key number 1. Stop using potentially dangerous pills, creams, sprays, or special last longer condoms. Few guys know this, but even drugs that are widely considered safe have some very serious potential side effects. Here's a quote direct from one of the leading erection pills, Viagra, website itself. In rare instances, men taking PDE5 inhibitors, which is the main substance in Viagra, reported a sudden decrease or loss of vision. This is just a snippet from a long stream of potential side effects. Now, while I appreciate that this doesn't happen to everyone, personally, I don't like the idea of risking my vision or other serious side effects every time I have sex. And imagine how much worse the potential side effects could be if you're using drugs, creams, or chemicals bought from unlicensed vendors or shady websites. On top of that, just think how much it would cost you if you decided to use these as your solution every time you wanted to have sex. Why go through all that when all you have to do is make a few small changes to the way you have sex and you can begin lasting 30 minutes or more? Key number 2 is to stop copying porn stars and what you see in porn movies. If you're like most guys, you've probably envied the way porn stars go about having sex. But before you try and improve your stamina by copying or learning from a porn star, remember this. Many male porn stars are naturals. Unlike us normal guys, male porn stars tend to be that lucky 1% of men who are born with the natural ability to last long in bed. Trying to copy a porn star is like someone who's 5'3" tall trying to make himself taller by doing what a guy who's 6'6" does. It's pointless because the two are physically different. The same is true for copying porn stars. What works to get normal guys like me and you to last long in bed is totally different to what porn stars or other naturals do. Key number 3 is to stop relying on oral sex, fingering, or other non-intercourse stimulation methods. Some guys think that if they can get really good at non-sex ways of pleasuring a woman, they can make up for not being able to last long in bed. But I think you and I both know that nothing can replace the level of pleasure a woman experiences when a man gives her a powerful, full-body orgasm through intercourse. Even if you haven't done it yet, I bet deep down you already know that there's something special about giving a woman an orgasm through full penetrative sex. And it's true. An orgasm experienced through sex with a man is a whole different type of orgasm to women, and it's only this type of orgasm that can make a woman sexually addicted to you. Until you can give a woman this kind of orgasm, she'll never feel complete. Key number 4 is to stop using weird or lame sex techniques. There's a common myth that lasting long in bed is about trying to distract yourself, thinking of gross images, or interrupting the flow of sex with things like the stop-start method or traditional PC muscle techniques. My philosophy is simple. If it makes sex less fun, then it's not worth doing. I believe sex should be fun for both you and your partner. That's why I love the techniques I use, because with them I can enjoy sex and last long, and my lover can't get enough of it either. So stop doing anything that feels strange, makes you look weird to your partner, or interrupts the flow of sex, because there's just no need to do it. Okay, now that we've covered the 4 keys to extreme sexual stamina, what exactly do you need to do during sex to start lasting over 30 minutes and giving women intense multiple orgasms? Well, the answer lies in the end of my story. As I've already mentioned, as soon as I figured out the secret to lasting long in bed, my entire life changed. I quickly began giving the women I slept with the best sex they've ever experienced, and my reputation soon spread as being a guy who could drive women wild in bed. Now, remember, I'm just an average guy. I'm not rich, I'm not athletic, I'm average height, I don't have a porn star size you know what, and I definitely don't have movie star looks. So I was amazed when not only were women trying to seduce me to experience my newfound ability to last long in bed, but guys started coming to me for advice too. These guys saw and heard about my success and wanted to know my secret. And so I began sharing what I discovered with a few guys who weren't lasting as long as they wanted in bed. And lo and behold, my techniques and tricks worked for them too. Check out the comments 2 of these guys emailed me after I shared my secrets with them. These tips are so helpful, lasted from normal of 6 to 7 minutes to almost 50 minutes today. And a guy called Lloyd told me this: "Your insights have had a massive, I repeat, massive improvement of my life. My girlfriend has fallen short of proposing and has been asking me what it is that I've since changed because she is now so happy." Once I started getting success stories like these, I knew there must be more guys out there that I could help. So I began sharing my advice with even more men. I went out and began sharing my advice through lots of different mediums: books, training programs, seminars, you name it. And I guess the word got out, because since then I've taught my techniques and secrets to over 1 million men from over 74 different countries. And all the time I get messages from guys all over the world telling me how my techniques have helped them last long in bed, give their lovers more satisfaction in bed, and I even get messages from guys who've turned around failing marriages from using my techniques. And I want to give you the opportunity right now to discover my secrets as well.